Oh, it's just gone. It's gone.
Oh.
Okay. We might be going.
We are
going?
alive.
I can't
Hello.
tab out because if I tab out, it just hides Discord because it's broken now for some reason.
It's working.
Shuts down like a Valve game.
Yeah,
We
basically, it's very annoying.
Send 200 stars. What the hell is this? This is new. There's new stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Good evening, Marie.
Oh my lord.
No,
Are we
the
live,
chat's
are we?
broken again. Yeah, we are. I pressed the button.
Gone live. We'll just let some people
Oh, no, the
filter
chat
in,
does work.
let my second screen unfreeze. Oh.
What?
Chat working? We got
We're
chat
not.
working.
We're not late at all. Obviously.
No.
Bang on time, is that what you're talking about?
Absolutely.
Good
Absolutely
evening,
no
everyone.
one's to blame.
Hi.
I'm not muted this time.
That's nice.
Hey. Oh my god.
I like how you're all in like your bedrooms and this, that, and the other. I look like
Yeah.
in the worst fucking DIY SOS episode of all time.
Evening, Owen. Hi. All right. How we doing? We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's been a hot minute.
It's
It's been. I don't think we've done it this year. Actually, it's been a busy year so far. Very busy.
very busy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Have we?
I think so. Well, we've maybe done some recordings. We've maybe made some music videos. Been gigging like hell. That's the way it is. It's the way it's got to be. Got lots coming up. Speaking of being busy, Grove Warden, have you been busy? Have you?
Too bloody busy.
Nice.
Nice.
Too busy.
Nice. Yeah.
But neither Chris or Paul have learned how to speak to other people in that time. So
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. One word at a
Long
time, mate.
process.
The question is, do we get a chance, Alex? That's the thing.
I'll stop speaking when you've got
so
something
much
worth
more
saying,
before.
Chris. So probably not, mate.
No, I think this is the third time we've had you guys on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about right, isn't it?
Mhm.
Our
Yeah,
best
have you not
friend,
made any
the
other
trilogy.
friends yet?
Working on it. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Lisa. Hi, how's it going?
No,
Good
thank you very
evening, everyone.
Just on a serious note, for just 2 moments, it's very nice to be back. And cheers for putting up with our shenanigans. Sorry we were a bit late.
No problem at all, man.
Right, get there in the end.
Nice to have you guys back as well. Obviously, we've got some things to talk about with you guys this evening. We've got a show coming up where we're sharing a stage down in Bournemouth. People should get down to on the 3rd of June if they're in the area. And if they're not, they should still come down. It's going to be fantastic.
If they're
I've
not, they
been
shouldn't
told
come.
nothing else in the entire world is happening on June the 3rd. It's only located in the Four Horsemen. So, yeah,
It's true.
literally nothing else.
Nothing else.
Gervais.
So for those who don't know who you guys are, why don't you give yourselves a little introduction? Talk about your band and what style of music you perform and write, and whereabouts you're from.
Go on, Alex.
No,
Anyone else?
I'm gonna let Paul. I'm gonna let Paul lead. To be honest.
All right, go on then. Yeah. So, bassist in Grove Warden. Original styles I started with was jazz, classic rock, all that sort of stuff. Take that influence into this music, which is where the old Groove Warden nonsense starts from. But yeah, grew up in Brixton. Oddly enough, actually not originally from Somerset, so that's a fun little bit I throw in sometimes.
Oh, nice. What brought you down to Somerset?
the lower crime rate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a record.
It's honesty. It's honesty.
It's pretty bad in Brixton, to be fair. You can't walk down Brixton High Street without at least 4 or 5 sirens going past.
Exactly. It's the regular theme tune. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Love
Nice
to visit
one.
the place, though. Love to visit the place. Go on, Chris. It's your turn to talk.
No. I'm the guitarist. I play 7 string.
So proud of you. You're doing really well. God.
Yeah. play 7th string. I do a little bit of singing, just much to the detriment of everyone else. And yeah, I sort of have like weird influences. Kind of comes from like pop and loads of other random stuff. Quite influenced by sort of, I think Nirvana sort of got me stuff, but yeah. And then yeah, met these fine gents. Hit a bit. That's
Lovely.
it. That's my story so far.
Lovely stuff. And Alex.
I'm the vocalist. I'm influenced by Enya and crack cocaine. I was no, funny enough, yeah, I was actually. I'm not from Somerset either, so me and Paul both moved down from London when we're nippers, and been stuck. I've been stuck. Been enjoying living in Somerset ever since, and yeah, currently in Devon, and just doing my shouty little things while everyone else in the band shows me up, and I just run around like a lunatic. It's all good.
Lovely job. And from my understanding, you guys have very recently released some brand new music.
Finally.
Brand new to everyone else, a year worth listening to them religiously for us. But yeah, dropped Monolith. I think it was March now. Was it March we did that?
Yeah, it was March. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got over really well, so we're stoked.
Yeah, fantastic. I see you guys on our newsfeed all the time, so it's really nice to see that. And obviously the songs are fantastic.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of that has to be credited to Joe Marsh's production on that as well, because the way we went about recording that was yeah, realistically, so it was only me and Dave who went into the studio fully. Dave absolutely smashed his drum tracks in a day. I did the same with my vocals, and then we were really lucky that we could send stems over to Joe and just refine everything and go back and forth a lot. But yeah, hopefully later this year, once we've yeah, saved up a bit of money, done a few more shows. Really looking forward to hopefully having a couple more singles out. So yeah, that's what we're up to.
Fantastic.
Good.
Oh, looking forward to that. Absolutely. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, it took long enough. Oh, sorry, mate.
No, go for it.
I can't see all your handsome faces. All I've got is 2 blue dots. I think I'm stuck on Aaron's face, which isn't bad. But I need a full load. Hold on. We move. It's all good.
Shots fired.
No.
So obviously you went through the sort of recording process, the writing process I imagine also took quite a bit of time, and I know you guys have been testing out some of the songs live when we were seeing you play last year. Have you got some new material you say you're working on? Is that the kind of stuff that we'll be hearing from you live at the moment?
Who wants to take the lead on that?
I would say there's definitely one song for sure that we're 100% confident and it's gonna make it to a single. There are some people who have been seeing us live that if it wasn't, we wouldn't hear the end of it. So that's good to know. But for those who have seen us live, we have a song called Fragile, which we play, and it's been one of our most well-received songs, to be honest. People absolutely love to hear it. It's, from our perspective, it sounds absolutely massive, exactly the sound we aim for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone in the band just absolutely vibes with it when we're playing it. I think that makes it such a better performance for us as well.
We've also got another one sort of we're sort of branching out quite like different directions. So we got another one called Frags at them because like
these are all working titles.
Yeah, the problem is we will remember the working title for ages, and then I will never ever remember the real title until it gets released.
Yeah.
The moment
we've got a few of those.
The moment these guys start referring to their actual titles on stage, I'm like, oh yeah, wait, is that this one? Yeah. But yeah, we got this one called Frag at the moment, and we've been sort of, I think we went with sort of deathcore, I think, on that one. So
it sounds like we've been listening to a lot of death metal, deathcore, and then Hatebreed beatdowns. We just wanted to throw in a load of hardcore because yeah, I think what's nice with us is we were talking a while back about like we call ourselves metalcore, but then we've got elements of this, that, and the other. So we're just like, we're just metal, we're just aggressive, we're heavy, like the occasional pop punk chorus, but
I
yeah,
was
but
gonna
I think
say I've struggled to put you guys in a box with that kind of thing. I mean, I'm not too big on the understanding of the different sort of core styles of the heavier side. I had to have Callum explain them to me recently, actually.
Well, you
But,
can't. You can't explain.
Conversation, did you?
yeah.
Well, because you can't really explain metalcore. Like, I couldn't tell you what a
Well, yeah,
metalcore
you-
song
when you
is,
listen to
but
it,
when you
that's
listen
not
to a
metalcore.
song, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, this is metalcore. Yeah, this one. This band are quite metalcore, but it's like it's hard to say other than like I don't know, harsh vocals, chuggy riffs, and then like nice chorus. Normal chorus.
them filthy beatdowns. I think
Yeah.
that's one thing we're definitely It's like we don't want to give too much away because if you listen to the EP, those songs are completely different to how they were first written. But I'll say we've dropped 3 new ones live that we're really confident with, and in the back burner. The thing is, just because we don't release all too often, which we're hoping to change, like we have got so many songs. So at the moment, it's just trying to fine tune and really narrow down. Right, do we want singles? Do we want an EP? But really, the reality is we're just going to keep churning out as much as we can when we can, and yeah, no set design in what sort of style we're going for. Just see what feels right and get it recorded.
I think that's a really good thing as well. I think there's a level of authenticity that comes from that. You're not pigeonholing yourself straight away anyway, which obviously then gives you that creative freedom to say, actually, we feel like doing this today. And if it still sounds like Grove Warden, then great, right? That's the point.
I think Frags is a prime example. I turned up like, I'm in a fucking filthy mood. Can we just write something as aggressive as possible? And then I think it was Ben was like, well, I've got this riff. I think it just developed in like half an hour, and we've just fine tuned it, and it's so much more aggressive than anything. But then yeah, I don't want to give too much away because we've got so much cooking. It's just again, we didn't want to do as many gigs this year, but then we realised, no, we really bloody love it, and we need to keep going out. So it's one of those.
man. And it funds the EPs, right? It does fund the recordings a bit, so it's worth it.
I think, yeah, at the moment, what we're doing is we're playing as much as we can, see how these new songs come over. We're also lucky that we're playing a bit further out. As much as we love where we've been playing and we'll always come back, like London was a prime example. No one had ever heard of us. No one had heard some of these songs, and everyone was vibing with them. So then you get the confidence to go, right, if we can play this to like an audience that's never met us and they're vibing with it, that's like, we've got something here. Let's work on it.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's the play.
Yeah, and it seems like you guys have really got an act that is ready to be taken on the road.
Yeah, for
like,
sure. Like every single. I mean, I thought you guys had already spread out like quite far, to be honest with you, because of all the gigs we've played with you guys and all the times we've seen you live, like I don't know, you seem like a really tight, packed together act. Like I'm surprised you're not out and about a bit more. Where's the furthest you gone? Where have you gone? Where are you off to next?
Ooh, I'm trying to figure the furthest we'll be going this year. That's one of those standard. It's in the works, but yeah, I think if we approached upon it at one of those, we'll be going around here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, I mean for this summer as well, we've got like Burn It Down and Torquay, and Godney. So those are like 2 massive ones, just as festivals. And like, I think I'm really excited for Godney because we stick out so much in that lineup, but I love it.
They are not ready.
Yes.
They're not ready.
kind of part of the excitement there, right? Not knowing what's going to happen.
You say that, but I think Godney, like the organisers, like I think someone even commented it when we announced it and said, "You guys are ready." And I'm like, they just put loads of horns up and like, "No, we are." So they know what's coming.
Do the people attending the festival know what's coming? That's what they really need to think about.
For me, it's our job to sort of. I think we're on quite early in the day, which is awesome for us because we get to play, have an amazing time, and then watch everyone else, which is awesome. We've got a lot of friends on that as well, so yeah, I'm excited, tentatively. Now you've said that, like,
To be fair, I wouldn't worry, man. You guys have this ability. I mean, I don't particularly listen to the heavier side of metal as much anymore. I used to be well into it, but lately I've sort of calmed down with my tastes a bit. Not too much, but not as much as I used to, certainly.
that's just Simon telling us he's sitting outside during our set of Rock Beats Cancer. That's all right, mate. No worries.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is that you guys pull in the audience no matter what. Like, even if I'm not in the mood for something crazy and heavy, by the time we're sort of 2 songs into your guys' set, I'm in the mood for it. I think that's
Awesome.
That's commendable. That.
Plus, on the side, you can play a place that's called the Concord Club, and it's
the Conservative Club in Yeovil, man. Yeah, that was a wild one.
You can play something called this Conservative Club, and it's all nice and chill and quiet. And you go outside just before these guys go on. You'll come back in, and all of a sudden, Alex was being carried across the room, shouting at the top of his lungs. He's like, "Well, okay, well, that all of a sudden is the atmosphere is just completely built off of that. Sets the tone, doesn't it? I don't feel like there's anyone that was in the room that wasn't on board, you know."
Yeah, I think we should talk about that show actually, because that was I did not know what to expect when they said, "Oh yeah, Yeovil Conservative Club." I was like, right. Strange. And you turn up and it's an absolute fucking nut fest. Absolutely mental.
It's not to get too political with it. Like, we know we heard it all, we saw it all, that people aren't too keen on it. We just see it as, you know, it's Conservative Club in name. All we're doing is just playing in front of a new crowd of people, and a lot of our friends come down and just let loose. And yeah, those 2 we've done in there. Yeah, despite people's sort of reticence with it, we know they'll still come out and everything, and it's mad. Yeah, like you say, those 2 we've done so far were probably 2 of the most hectic ones I think we've done.
Yeah, man. I think there's a great scene at that place. What was can you guys remember which show it was we played there?
Oh, Tenet Fest.
Tenet Fest, that's it.
Yeah.
That was a cracking day. That was a great show. Enjoyed that, and the crowds there are pretty wild, man. I mean, your guys' set, I know. I saw a light get smashed. You're up on the sofa 1 minute, and I turn around, you're out the door.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how you managed that one, mate.
With that, so I don't use the wireless as much anymore. It was a good experiment on the day.
Yeah.
A light got smashed, but it's one of those. It's like, oh, if it happens, you know, I've got a contingency. It's like, no, okay, I'm really sorry, I'm fixing that. But I didn't know it happened, to be honest. So, what?
I think it did it. Definitely the fitting was bugging anyway. It wasn't a big fix.
But that's the thing. It's like another reason, like why we're talking about singles and why like we have to record Fragile is like. It was, I think, the one before we did that one with you, we dropped it for the first time, and people just went nuts. Like, we played it, and it was like, all right, that's it. That's one of our biggies in the set. So yeah, Four Horsemen, I can't wait for, because that venue is going to be mad.
I reckon you're right. We've actually never played there yet. It's sort of our hometown.
Which is
We've
insane.
never been there. Yeah.
I literally go in there all the fucking time. I mean, there all the time, and I just never.
Yeah, it's downstairs, so it's a really, really nice bar upstairs, and then it's small. Yeah, it's not the biggest place, but it's perfect for that vibe. It suits us down to the ground.
Yeah, for sure.
Those sort of small venues can be sort of really nice, intimate shows as well. Like you said, you can get right in the crowd, and drummers can't, but
yeah, no, pick him up, carry him across,
marching band style, you know.
And so, for those who don't know what we're talking about, the Rock Beats Cancer Show is down in Bournemouth, organised by Marie of Let's Talk Music, and that one is June the 3rd. So come on down if you can. I've just put a link in the chat to the Facebook event. You can get your tickets through that. Do come and check that out. It's going to be a fantastic show. It's all for a good cause. It's for Teenage Cancer Trust. So please do come down, show your support. The proceeds go towards that particular charity, which I know is very much special to a few people who are watching. So yeah, please do come support that if you can. We'll be there. Grove Warden are going to be there. There's a fantastic lineup of bands that we'll shout out later in the stream.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for that as well because some of my workmates are coming down, and
Nice.
they didn't know anything about Grove Warden.
Oh, nice.
and they're like 50, so that's gonna be really funny.
It's gonna get
Yeah. All I'm
Hey,
saying is,
hey, if Jojo Starbeck can hang with us a lot,
yeah.
although he is a different breed, I know he's in the chat as well. But yeah, no, but that's the thing as well. I like that. I like, oh, they don't know anything about Grove Warden, but we seem to win people over, which is yeah. That's why, like, I think there's some bands that maybe I don't know. I've just always found the mix. As much as I love playing with other bands in the genre, to be honest, we're still at the point we just love playing music.
That's it.
Mixed bill, having something for everyone. I think it makes it just makes a really good atmosphere. Because Kennett Fest was a prime example. Because again, we stuck out like a sore thumb, and we were a bit like, I'm not sure. Well, I know I was. I was a bit like, I'm not sure how we're going to go over here, but yeah, it's nice.
I think so. I think that's something we've enjoyed a lot when we've come around more up towards the Somerset areas, and specifically the southwest area. I think there's a lot of quite varied lineups that seem to they just make sense. But I mean, we don't tend to get it as much down in Bournemouth. I guess we've done one or two, but yeah, the variation in lineups is I think fantastic because it's like if you've got that energy for one band set, you might then not have it for the next band, which hopefully means you'll have a more chilled band afterwards. Or, you know, it's like festivals. You don't want to be going constant all day because it tires you out, I think it's nice to have that variation.
I don't know. I'm going fucking ham for Valerie when the Sutons drop that at Godney. Don't care. So I can't wait. But yeah, it's the same thing with like, you know, opening up at Burn It Down. There's so many incredible artists that we've looked up to, and you know, even like, you know, just bands we've like even played with already or like watched them grow. We're just like, this is sick. We get to open, absolutely have the best time, and then be around amazing bands all day. So yeah, stoked for the summer.
Man, that's great. Yeah, and getting to see other bands. I don't know about you guys. One of the coolest things about getting to play all these shows, we kind of just get to see bands for free in their earliest stages.
Yeah.
This could be like the huge bands of the future. We have no idea which of us is gonna get big.
Why not?
But we get to play with them and see them all the time. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I think I've enjoyed that as well. There's some bands that we've played with and they've had like their first shows with us before. And you know, you've come in, they've spoken to us, been like, you know, got stage fright, like how do you guys get over that? Which like just get up there and just do what you do. You know, and then give it like a year later, and you see them headlining. They're putting their own music out. You know, they're going around doing great stuff. It feels awesome.
It's fun to see that. Yeah.
And absolutely. And I think I was talking to I'm doing some session work on drums at the moment. I was speaking to a few members of the band about sort of because they were involved in the scene down where we are about sort of 10, 15 years ago, more so. And it was a whole other kettle of fish then. And it seems that there was a lot more competition within the bands. I don't know if it would be similar elsewhere, but certainly in the Dorset area, it's bands weren't so supportive of each other. They were more sort of seeing each other as competition. Yeah. So there was a lot of rivalries and stuff, and it seems like that's gone away. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And I think that's such an important factor for what actually just brings up better musicians, better bands.
Yeah.
I mean, like Melt to the Masses for us, I think I said it a few times. It's like, look, I know we're in a competition, but just felt more like a celebration, like just what was about.
Yeah.
And yeah, we met so many sick bands from that we, you know, we've kept in contact with, done shows with, and it was an amazing launch pad for us because it gave us that sort of taste for, right, we want to do a lot of this and we want to keep just playing to different audiences all the time. And yeah, I think Somerset's been it's been a really healthy place. I'm sure Chris and Paul will agree. Like 10 years ago, it was absolutely booming.
Yeah.
In a lull, but then the last couple of years, especially after lockdown, it just seems the whole scene has come back with a vengeance, and it's really healthy.
Absolutely. We spoke to a few bands from sort of up north and the Midlands, and they're so surprised to hear that the sort of, I guess, farmer country has such a scene. We were pretty surprised, man. It's the Wild West. when it comes to music. I think when it comes to shows, it's I think the Southwest shows are some of the most fun shows that we play.
Yeah, I think people out here are just so invested in their music as well. Like,
Yeah.
just from either those who just go to see it, those who play it, like everyone is just 100% for it, and it's a great feeling down here.
Absolutely. So you mentioned you guys weren't initially going to sort of aim to be touring as much this year and playing as many shows, but obviously that's changed quite a bit. Have you got some sort of shows you want to shout out that are coming up?
All of them. Tickets for all of them now.
I mean,
They're all, to be honest, it's like we know where our bread's buttered. Like, it's not like all shows to me. I'm pretty sure Paul and Chris will agree with this, but they're all
So
sick.
I've been kicked out. My wife was kicked me out the front room. So.
How great it is.
But I mean, the day before we come up to Bournemouth, we've got King Arthur with Boys in Drallion, Perdition, and Betrayers. It's going to be massive.
That's a lineup and a half.
It's just a bit heavy, yeah. But yeah, those Drallion boys have looked after us, and Perdition and Betrayers. We've all what? I was about to do something nice and my body couldn't hack it. It just went, no, mate. No, you don't.
Yeah. So no, censored by the government. Can't have it.
So like we've all become really good mates and like just looked out for each other. And yeah, when we had the opportunity to do a show with all of them, and like Glasgow is amazing, and got a really good vibe in there. The King Arthur's 6, so that's gonna be great. Then we've got. It sounds bad to be excited. We've got a little bit of a break where we're going to be cooking up other stuff that I'm going to keep my lips quiet on. What else have we got, Paul and Chris?
I know we got one early July in Electric Banana Western.
Nice.
That's a banger.
That is with Exist Immortal and Animate Tempo as part of their UK tour. We'll be playing that alongside Virtual Reality as well. We'll be supporting that. But for me, that's a funny show. Anima Tempo literally popped up on my like weekly discovery on Spotify about a month before we got offered the show, and I vibed with them immediately. It's perfectly my type of music. And yeah, then we got the offer to play with them. Absolutely took it.
Fantastic. Yeah. What's it like up in Western? We've not been up there yet, but I've heard Electric Bananas the place to be.
Yeah, Control Alt Delete, they're doing absolute bits, and yeah, they've been really good to us and haven't got sick of us yet. So we keep coming back, keep smashing it, keep getting to play with some amazing bands, and yeah, it's really good. It's, we're just, to be honest, I know we've been doing it a while now, but I still feel so fortunate we get to do this as often as we do. Because actually, I put up the gig list and I was like, Jesus Christ. After that, we've got Remission Festival at Cobblestones. That's going to be mental.
Yeah.
And then we've got, and that's with Sydney Fate, Born in Dissonance, Vanitas. I'll just look at the problem with these bills. They're so good. I don't want to miss anyone on them. So, yeah. And then it's Godney Gathering. So, a lot going on in July. And then, August is cooking. That's all I'll say.
Oh. Cooking?
Let him
As
cook.
in, right?
As in, I will have by that point got the bollocks to rob a bank, and new van, new EP, album, double album, all the things it is. Nah, but we've all basically, I don't know. It feels like I'm wanking us off at the moment, but that's what I'm here to do, I guess. No one else does.
Damn right, dude. So Benjamin Moody says Glasgow's gig is going to go off. He'll make sure of it. So you're going to see some action there.
Well, we got the fact we're headlining it as well, which is mad. But we relish the opportunity. But I think with that, what's sick is like, that's a massive. Well, we got up our game because we're playing after Petition, Betrayers, and Rallian. So fucking hell, we can't slouch on that.
Mm.
So yeah, really, really nice.
Absolutely. So I think we haven't probably spoken to you this year before this, have we? So has there been anything that's gone on in 2023? Have you got any, I guess individually as well? What's been your highlights of the year so far?
When Alex was duct taped.
Elaborate.
When we finally shut Alex up with duct tape.
Well, you're gonna have to tell us more, aren't you?
No, that's it. That's all you get.
I'd say no. I'm always talking. I'm bored. I'm gonna look at the sunshine.
We did a show at Electra Banana. Well, it's such a good vibe up there. And after the show, we'd realised Alex had broken his shoe, so the sound guy duct taped his entire leg up with, and his shoe, and then just continued to with the mouth around the head.
That is a perfect sound engineer's response to any problem. Isn't
Duct tape. To be fair, like it's all been really good actually. I think that one of my highlights is London, because I've never ever played a show there. So it was, and the fact that as awful as the circumstances were that we got to headline, we still played a headline show in London. So it was, dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but one day we will actually play with Black Coast. I really want to at this point.
And which venue was that one?
Fighting Clarks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honest, Black. We like. Don't get me wrong. Love all the gigs we do, but this is the second time we've been booked with Black Coast, and they unfortunately just couldn't make it. And we were like, "When will we play with this band?"
Yeah. Well, shout out to Black Coast. It's time to get that sorted. Third time lucky, right?
That's what I'm telling myself all the time. I think personal highlight for me though was just a response to Monolith, to be honest. And just having a full EP out, and yeah, it's opened a few good doors for us. And I think all we ever want to do is just present the best of ourselves, and it's just got us really inspired for the new stuff. I think we're really are even more so in tune with what we want to achieve musically next. And I don't want to say too much about another personal highlight because it's about something we're bringing out. But risking hypothermia earlier this year was a pretty big highlight for me. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Actually, keep a bit of mystery.
I think for me as well, London was the show for me as well. For a slightly different reason, more wholesome reason. A lot of my family have actually still live in London, don't get to see them that often, and it was the first ever time they actually saw me play live music.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was just a great experience for me in its entirety. And to be fair, I think another amusing point of that show was Alex saying how many people have seen Grove Warden. One person cheered.
Nice.
Was it Alex? Was that how he cheered himself?
It could have been, honestly. The lights were blinding me. It could have been him just picking himself up.
I think bless her to her credit. I think that was Kirsty, my wife.
Hey.
Yeah.
It was great. By the end of that show, I think we managed to drag even more people into that room somehow.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
And you guys put on a good impression. Keep doing it.
I think. I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Just say it.
Well, no, I think like that going back down there is probably a possibility for us and other places. I think just with the EP as well, and just us trying to drive it and being open to playing with everyone anywhere that'll have us. Yeah, just excited to see where the rest of the year takes us.
I think you pick up on something really important there, is because a lot of bands don't sort of take these opportunities that seem like maybe they won't break even or maybe they're going to have issues. And I think what's really good is you guys are really throwing yourselves out there into all these different places now, especially. And a lot of bands won't do that. And I think they don't realize actually how
You
many
lose out on a
opportunities
lot.
can come from
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, it's
And
like
just how
recently
many people you meet, right?
we had that show in Ringwood, like brand new venue.
Yeah.
I think they put on like 4 gigs in the past before we were there.
Mm. That
and
place is
obviously-
crazy.
Yeah, like it was
Mm.
nuts. Like this place was huge. But like yeah, none of us knew what it was. None of us had like heard about it. We're just like, I think we were playing on the Friday, I want to say. I sent us a message in the group chat about it on like the Tuesday, the Wednesday, and we were all just like, yeah, sod it, let's just go play some music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, it's nearby. We'll go play
it's a
some
free
music.
rehearsal to us, you know.
Yeah, it's a free rehearsal.
Yeah.
And we had
turned
no
up.
idea what to expect, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we turned up and it was this Bon Jovi tribute band that was headlining.
Who were
And-
I thought you
fantastic,
would have
by the way.
And they
been
were-
tribute that.
Close. I've not got the hair for that. No.
Yeah, I'm getting there. No,
Just wear a wig.
But
They all
honestly,
had wigs on.
yeah, we'll wear a wig.
Oops.
Wait.
Sure. Oh no.
Oh no.
Man, those guys were so good. They were
So
so
yeah,
good.
the stage was massive. Like the crowd was
Mm.
massive. It was just nuts. So like these little opportunities that we could have very easily just been like, oh no, I'm not feeling it this week. Like any one of us could have been working, or we could have been like doing other things or whatever. But we were all just like, no, let's just go play some music. And
I think
it
that's
turned
the
out to be
biggest stage we
massive.
played. That right?
Yeah, for sure.
By
Like,
far.
well,
Yeah, it was
one
a
of
massive
the
venue.
two.
So check out the barn in Ringwood. People,
Yeah, also
especially
shout out
local to
to the barn.
Dorset.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
That if you've not been there and you see it advertised, go along for a show. That is a really cool venue. Ralph on sound as well, fantastic. They've built a fantastic, incredible sound system there, and they've got their own pop-up stage, which is, I reckon, it's about quarter to a third the size of the
It's
room,
huge.
and
It's
it's a
huge.
big room. It's like a sports hall size room.
Yeah,
so-
it's big. Like as well, like you don't get a lot of. It's that nice middle ground, right? It's like I wouldn't call it a local venue.
Mm.
It's not like a toilet tour venue, but it is the halfway between that and like a bigger like O2
Yeah.
style venue.
I can
And,
see
like,
that
the
place
walls are
becoming a
always-
tour
Yeah,
destination.
dude, I can 100% because like all the walls are dead and the sound is like, mwah. Again, shout
Mm.
out to Ralph because he's a little legend.
Mad
But it
good,
was-
man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick. But again, it comes from that little opportunity of just like that. Oh yeah, you got to take these risks. sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have turned up. It could have been just like 20 people in the room, no idea what's going on. But it was actually like, and we've had a few of those. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like to us as well. Like which is I know it's the same.
That's
to the
20
music
more
industry.
people, right?
Yeah, that's 20 more people. That's like even if there's 2 people in the room, like it's a gig's a gig,
Mhm.
and get out there and play
Mm.
some music.
I
See,
think that was
while
our
we're-
only rule. That was the only rule I think when I first joined that we ever sort of agreed with doing this was like it doesn't matter if there's 1 person, 10 people. We play it like there's thousands and just give
Yes.
it everything.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
100%.
it's as simple as that. Word of mouth is still so palatable, and it's done us well because
I think it's
just
still
go-
so much more powerful than online as well. Like you get a shallow response from social media until people actually meet you and see what you're all about in the flesh.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same anyway. It's all about. I mean, the end goal is get people to your shows so you can meet them and basically create a party and have a good time, share an experience, a human experience. And I think
Yeah.
the online marketing goes so far, and it's obviously it's necessary, it's important, we all need it. It's nothing on just meeting someone at a gig who just discovers you that night and absolutely fucking loves what you do. You'll have them
It's
forever.
meta. I'm very meta discussing this on an online podcast.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. I think
Well,
while
I'm
we're on
not
the
spending
subject-
the money to get to Bournemouth to sit in a room with you, Stevie. So pipe
Yeah,
it
we-
up.
Unbelievable.
We could just sit in the middle of Bournemouth
No, we'll all come
Gardens.
to yours. We'll all sit by the shed in Alex's garden.
Look at it. No, that's not.
That's the
Yeah.
when you
Well,
cut the
anyone
lawn,
did
that's
get
good.
scarred.
Carback
like-
house
Oh,
house reveal.
I was like, am I doxing myself?
Yeah.
Not anyone gives a fuck. But I was like,
Here's my house number. Here's the address.
In like in 20 years
that
time
mood
when
might
Grove
come
Warden have
over. You
gone
might start playing the songs better than us. Fuck.
off.
I'd like to just pop this one out there. We've had a few comments come in. So Owen says maybe a Black Coast look at Grove Warden and realise they can't compete with such a bunch of goats. Haha. They got to do a show with y'all soon if it all goes well. So, man, it's got to happen. The Holy Trilogy. It needs to happen. We had
No,
another
we-
comment in. Go on, sir.
Go on, Alex. You were about to say something. You zoned out, Chief.
I did. I completely just went off on my own tangent, my own shitty little head. Sorry. No, I'm also super aware, like how close. I'm trying to right. If I go to a
What?
He's been taken.
He said he's going somewhere, but I don't think he realizes.
He's
Been abducted.
somewhere.
no, just in 2 seconds of dominoes to exactly what's happened.
I think you're out of Wi-Fi range.
He went too far into Somerset. Then. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, me babbers, I'm back.
Nice. Have you got a skittle alley at your house? And if not, why not?
Give it a month. Give it a month.
Yeah, the front of that shed will fold down, and there'll be a skittle alley.
No, wait, no, it just unfolds and the alley rolls out.
Oh, that'd be nice.
The pins come up through the floor.
Like the Somerset Bat Cave. I click a button and it unfolds the skittle alley.
For those watching who don't know, if you go anywhere sort of southwest of London, actually, every venue seems to have a skittle alley, and it's fantastic. We've had a lot of games of skittles on our tours.
And played.
And we watched. Yeah, we played in skittle alleys. We watched skittle alley world championships, essentially.
Yeah,
they claim it's a world
We're doing
championship.
the world championships while you're playing.
We had a show in Ilfracombe recently. Big shout out to Lisa and John if you're watching, by the way. These guys put on some crazy good shows up in a place called the Sandpiper, which is essentially a pub that converts to a music venue whenever it feels like it. And it's one of the wildest venues we get to play, and we absolutely love it. And last time we were there, they had the all women's local world championship or something like that.
Yeah,
it was ongoing while we were there. Man, they were into it as well. They were going hard.
You sound a bit too hyped for that, Simon. I'm not going to lie.
We've been waiting for this our whole lives, you know.
We're basically
going to anywhere southwest.
And they had a portable skittle alley.
Yeah.
Like a briefcase.
It was folded out.
Like, you know, Iron Man 2 when he puts the briefcase out, like that. But for a skittle alley.
You literally said that. My brain started buffering. I was like, what?
Little YouTube logo.
Exactly that. Like,
don't worry, it's usually Chris that takes a bit of buffering time.
We've had a few more comments come in. So Lisa says, love your bed sheets, Callum.
Yeah, so Lisa is here. She's a big fan of the bed sheets.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure about that. Dude,
look
at it. Is it not weird to have an optical illusion?
Right, I'm not gonna lie. I did wake up one time in sleep paralysis, and it really freaked me out. Because I thought it was water moving, and it was quite bad. And then I was okay, but I'm over it now.
I don't know how well you know Lisa or not. If she's flirting and you've just sort of just backed it off. Like, yeah, my bed freaks me out. I'm a lone wolf.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you wouldn't like it, don't worry.
I don't sleep. I do puzzles.
To be fair, all we get from Callum is either he didn't sleep, or when he did sleep, he had the weirdest dream.
The most peculiar dreams you've ever fucking heard of in your life.
I did have a good one the other day.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember it.
Can we get a little intro for this?
Yeah, we need a theme song and a little intro thing for the Callum's Dream segment.
I can't remember what it was. I just remember it being weird.
I loved it. It feels like
off to a great start, mate.
You know when you can recall it, but you can't remember it at the same time. You know what you were feeling.
Sensation.
Yeah. I can't.
Like that, yeah.
All I remember, there was something about tickets, and then there was the beach. Oh, my docks! Right, I lost my docks at the beach. Right?
That can mean...
And then we got on a boat, but we got on the wrong boat and it sank. But then my docks were on my feet the whole time. And then he eroded in the salt water.
Shit, you got your tickets to the wrong... You got on the eroding boat, you fool.
Mm-hmm. And then I stole someone else's docks.
Just to clarify, Doc Martens, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could
Not as
we call
in
this
there's
one
Docks at the beach. Because
docks at the docks.
Yeah, wait, that's a good point.
Docks on docks, that's what I grove.
Maybe if I dreamed it.
Maybe it's real.
Maybe we're at the docks right now. Who knew?
BC were bloody awesome at the Electric Banana the next day, by the way, Alex. Sorry to make it worse. That's Connor Stanfield. Chiming in. Owen says you're too kind, Connor. So, Benjamin
like
Mooney's
that
had a bit of an idea. Regional 1, ex Grove Warden Skittles team. I think
Yes.
so.
Needs to happen.
Right.
Only if we get shirts made. Only if we
No,
get
of
Yes.
course. That's like the whole point. Why would we do it without shit?
Well, and sponsors and everything.
Oh, what were we talking about the other day? It needs to be like really DIY merch as well.
Yeah, like really budget.
Well, just painted on. Those hand painted
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when I worked at Toys R Us, you could
Well,
get like the colour my shirt in thing.
Yeah.
Hey, in my
Honestly,
first
dude,
ever band, go on.
our first merch was literally we just Tipex our name on some old T-shirts from an old band, and they sold.
And had the
Nice.
balls
Sold
to
so
sell
it's like,
it.
maybe we go back.
How much did you charge? Come on.
I don't say because it's embarrassing.
Right.
You can't put a price on art. But we did.
We
I
did.
think-
You've been to the Tate Modern, they put a price on art.
I think we literally spelled Grove Warden wrong on purpose for like all of them as well.
That's
Now
good. I
one,
like
one says Groove Warden. We lent into that. I think one's Grave Warden, and the
Right.
other one on the back of it just has big tummies.
nice. If
yeah,
anyone
they-
has these in the chat, by the way, if anyone's bought any of these, I do want to see some pictures of those. Those comments.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
You need to see that.
Oh, it's been spoiled. Jade says you charged a tenner for those.
A tenner. Hey, but hey,
That's
in,
cheap.
in 10 years' time, they'll be worth at least 1,000 each. So, you
But
know.
the Tipex will be gone.
So it could just be someone selling a shirt saying it was a Grove Warden or Grove Warden. Grove
Warden.
Oh, no, just in 5 years' time, we'll be known as Grove War. That's all that'd be left on them. Be fine.
Your name like
But we could.
evolved as the shirts evolve.
TV, we could make our own bootleg ones.
Guys
So- What's stopping us?
in chat,
Oh,
down
dude,
the
the
whole
quality of
avenue,
track.
man.
He's giving away his secrets. He used Tipex.
I'm sensing a lot of peer pressure in the chat that a lot of Skittles might need to happen. There's a lot of comments going on about
Yeah.
Skittles right now.
Like, you know, the massive bands, like they take the merch, yeah, and then it's really like it's bad. But you've got like bootleggers outside their own bootleg shirts. I'd love to see. We should do it. We should do it. It's like a proper merch is in the venue, but then I'm outside.
And then outside, like a
Yeah.
budget lemonade stand. With you.
Groove Warden again.
Man, in my first band back in like high school times, I had a budget maker. That was how much.
Yeah, dude, that's sick. We should get a budget maker. I'm
Budget
all
maker
about
was
that.
the shit. It was
We get
so
a
good.
budget. No, dude, they're good.
I mean, badges are pretty inexpensive to buy now, but budget
Yeah.
maker,
I just
it
keep
felt
hitting
like a whole
Sure.
thing.
Like, not only are you buying a badge from the band, they could make it in front of you. That's sick.
Yeah, make it in front of
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Custom
Make it on
designs.
stage.
Ooh.
Boom.
I feel like-
badge it, man.
That'd be a weird little thing to do. Right, and the next song. Oh, hold on.
No, you could do it in like the
Proper
you could do it in like the control breakdown or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
gotta
go out
You're
and
just
bring
doing
out a
badges.
Dun, 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 dun.
What else are you doing in the breakdown side? You know.
Yeah, why aren't we
I
doing
actually, Callum, I get to laugh and scream twice in that breakdown, and sometimes I hit the big boom button next to Aaron, so
You've stolen my boom button, guys.
Good work
I'm
in
pretty
budget.
busy actually.
I'm pretty busy, mate.
My favourite Tipex t-shirt was Big Cummies, says Jay. Imagine
Is that
entering
like-
now out of
that's-
context.
Yeah, that's not even a Grove Warden shirt. That was just one she made herself.
Man, there's a lot of good stuff going on.
Hmm.
Right, I think I think if you guys are happy, we can start looking at wrapping up.
Yeah,
It's
man,
been
I
a
think-
good
It's
time.
been going a while.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, for those guys watching, we're going to be doing this regularly again. This is the only one that's not on a Monday. The rest will all be Monday evenings at 8 p.m. So do come and join us on those. We'll be doing a lot more live streams with a lot more guests. We're going to introduce you also to 2 new members of the band, which are mine and Stevie's pets. We have pets now. We're adulting. Yeah, you're gonna have to meet them. They're gorgeous. So, in terms of probably, I guess one of my highlights this year so far is definitely I've got a little puppy, and you guys have got to meet him. He's absolutely gorgeous. And
Spoiler alert,
Stevie's got a kitten.
It's actually just me and Simon respectively dressed up as each other's pets. That's all it is.
Man, I've been on that part of the internet. I ain't going back.
I don't want to get cancelled for people thinking I don't like animals. So it's just like, oh, hold on, they're adding more members. And then I was like, well, you can't do anything.
Got him.
Got
What's
2
the puppy gonna
trumpet
do?
players.
Deck.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, guys, for coming on. So those who are still here watching, cheers for sticking around and interacting as well. Lots of comments today. That's really great. We love that. We love having a chat with you guys as we go. You're part of the stream too. If you are about June the 3rd, Rock Beats Cancer, Grove Warden and Regional 1, both there. So please do come on down, support Teenage Cancer Trust.
Dude, that's still like 10 days away. You've got like over a week to find someone to babysit your cat. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Go down, come see
I
some
didn't wonder
Grove
where you were
Warden,
going then.
come see some Regional 1, come see some other sick live music. It's for a great cause. Like it's going to be a good time. 4 Horsemen in Bournemouth.
Chaps, have you got anything you want to say before we head off?
Yeah, just a quick plug the day before as well, the Glasso show. Tickets on sale for that one. And yeah, just get your tickets in advance. 'Cause it helps. Bloody useful. Like to know who's coming, partying with us. And yeah, if we can sell as many tickets for the 3rd and make as much money for the trust, that would be absolutely incredible. And hope to see a lot of you in there. Let's get that room packed.
I'll fire out the budget. Go on.
Yeah,
Sold out. Now you've said that, it's sold out tonight. Done.
Like that.
Wonderful comments coming in just at the end there. Thank you very much, Ben, Owen, Jade. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys again soon. Just to give you the full lineup for the 3rd of June, it's Regional 1, Grove Warden, One Last Day, and James Haynes opening the set as well. So please do come on down, support what we're all doing. It's for a good cause. We're all going to have a great night, and we're going to definitely party afterwards. So we will see you on June the 3rd. Grove Warden, we'll see you there.
Yeah.
See you later,
yeah.
dudes. Thanks for having us.
See you later.
Let's go.
Do this, wave at the camera.
Oh my God. I didn't see the mess in my